Breaking news. We want to show you shares of GameStop. Look at them popping once again at this hour. We have it up 73.25%. But this is a story well beyond the video game retail chain stock. Davids, and I say plural Davids, are banding together to tear down the Wall Street Goliaths. Retail or individual investors have flooded a Wall Street-focused Reddit chat room with the explicit goal of aiming their slingshots at big hedge funds that are short or betting against game shares. And in a stunning move, they appear to be preventing the shorts from making huge profits on the stock's decline. That was 1 year ago, the height of meme stock mania, when the Reddit revolution grabbed the collective attention of millions of investors, Wall Street masters of the universe, and eventually regulators. It all began when individual investors gathered in Reddit chat room Wall Street bets, band together and flipped the tables on the financial world Goliaths by piling into heavily shorted stocks and pushing them up. Does the man who started the movement years ago believe the mania is over or just beginning? In a Fox Business exclusive, joining me now, the founder of Wall Street Bets, Jamie Rogozinski. Whoa, Jamie,
hi, Liz. How are you?
We pulled that tape from a year ago. I'm well, but you know what a difference a year makes. This made the history books. Give me your thought right now on whether you think this is still alive today.
Well, look, depends on what you mean by this. When it comes to a short squeeze, the way that we saw with GameStop, I seriously doubt we're going to see something that's going to be the same in the future. Not because the size of the community or the number of people that are interested in doing this, but because the market has wisened up and they've been able to close those loopholes. But in terms of finding these cheat codes or these inefficiencies in the market for retail traders to profit, that's going to continue and started before in GameStop and is going to continue. And it's going to be even more impressive given the number of people that have joined this market.
You know, I might agree with you, certainly on wild days, the likes of what we saw on January 26th, where we saw dramatic spikes in these stocks. And we can pull out one-year charts so that you can actually see, you meaning the viewer, AMC, GameStop, Express, Koss, all of these names, BlackBerry, Palantir, that really got before sort of the attention and the movement, the push by these so-called apes. That's what they call themselves, as we all know. But, you know, I think you're right. The movement when it comes to at least trading volume is not there, at least at the moment. When you look at the trading volume, for example, of GameStop, in the past month, the average daily volume was about 3 million shares. Back on that day, 1 year ago, 60.7 million shares for GameStop. Flip it over to AMC. In the last month, 47.4 million shares average daily volume. But a year ago, 224.7 million shares. What, however, do you feel the Reddit rebels can do now? What is their next step, their next opportunity?
Look, they're constantly on the lookout for these inefficiencies, right? At the end of the day, the people that are coming to the market, they're looking to find a way to profit. And these retail traders, they don't have these high-frequency trading. They're not co-located. They don't have, like, big hedge fund data analysis. They're looking for something that they can use from their own cell phone or whatever it is and find an advantage and an inefficiency that they can exploit in the market. And prior to GameStop, it didn't have to do so much with picking a stock and then making the price of that go up. It's about finding these quirks in the system and identifying them. And you have literally millions of people that are like beta testing the market, the financial system. And they've found them before and they will continue to find them. How and what they're going to be, it's really hard to tell, but I can guarantee you that it's going to be spectacular when they do. And it might be in the form of making these prices go up. It might be in the form of creating crazy volatility. Who knows what's going to happen? But with that many eyeballs, that many sophisticated individuals so interested in the market, you're guaranteed to have something.
Well, they've certainly demonized the short sellers. Do you think at some point they become short sellers? Is that a possibility?
Of course it is. That was a possibility during the pandemic in 2020 when the stocks were collapsed, the market lost like 50% of its value. All of Wall Street Bets was shorting it. In fact, they were making so much money they felt guilty about it and started these charity drives to donate some of their profits. You know, people start off by saying, hey, let's try and make some money. Let's have fun. But I have no doubt that they will if that's where the direction of the market is going.
Well, they got the market's attention, Jamie, and you started it all. In fact, I mean, there was a truck driver this week who actually got awarded by FINRA a $30,000 cash award in a lawsuit he filed the moment that Robinhood, obviously the online brokerage, back during this time, shut down the ability to sell to sell stocks. You could wait a minute to buy them. I get so confused because the whole thing shocked me at the time. People were not allowed to buy, but they were allowed to sell. However, he couldn't find any buyers at that point.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't heard of that. I knew that there was a number of class action lawsuits that were filed against Robinhood in that particular instance.
This is the first cash award. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, so I'm surprised by that because this was not just Robinhood. Robinhood took the brunt of the heat because they were the biggest broker that was actually involved with this. But it was a 2-day settlement, like collateralization issue that deals with the clearinghouses and whatnot. But but nevertheless, it was a lot of people lost money because of that. The system obviously was set up such that like the retail traders were hurt by this, right? It ended up helping these hedge funds. And so I'm really happy for this particular truck driver. And I hope that other people are able to also claim theirs.
Fairly, let's hope. Really quick, Reddit is going to IPO soon. What do you think? How do you think it'll do?
I mean, we'll see. I guess it depends a lot on the market conditions. It's a solid business. It's doing very well. One of the things that concerns me about these types of social media platforms is that they come and go. Like, unless they have a crazy monopoly like Facebook and they've expanded and bought up Instagram, all these other ones, we've seen time and time again from MySpace to whatever it is, people have these short interest time frames with these things. And so it would be kind of a risky venture over there unless you decide to really expand. But other than that, I'm sure that for the moment, they'll do just fine given their numbers.
All right. The founder of Wall Street Bets chat room says, expect something spectacular from the meme crowd. We'll be watching. Jamie, thanks. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.